What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the TSLP, the Southern Lore Podcast. This is a podcast where we talk about everything fishing, fishing industry, social media, tactics, tips, everything like that. This is the number one fishing podcast in the industry. Welcome back to another episode. We are your host of the Southern Lore Podcast, Griffin Fishing and Zuggy Fishing. Welcome back to another episode. Go subscribe to our YouTube channels. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Zuggy Fishing and at Griffin Fishing. Welcome back to another episode, y'all. Griff, why don't you segue us in to what we're going to be talking about on today's episode?
Guys, we have a special guest on our podcast today. Guys, Zuggy, are you excited?
I am hyped for today's episode. It's an episode we actually wanted to have for a really long time, and we're going to have a really special guest on today, and that is Fishing with Becca, an awesome content creator, fishing angler, like awesome stuff. I can't really describe, that much, but we're going to get into today's episode. Griff, why don't you segue us in, and then we'll get talking to Becca.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, you know what, Zuggy? We have some big plans coming.
Correct.
To be honest, I mean, we have some big things in the mix on what's going on in these next couple of podcasts and everything. And guys, is all y'all listening? Y'all are blowing us up. Y'all are literally doing the best job out there. We have the number one fans, and this is the number one bass fishing podcast on Spotify and everything that you can listen to podcasts
100%.
on, basically. And so, anyways, Becca, are you
Becca,
on?
are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, hey, welcome.
Awesome.
Welcome. Hi.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you guys?
We're chilling.
Chilling.
Yeah, we're chilling. But just introduce yourself. Well, first of all, welcome back. Welcome to the TSLP and the Southern Lore Podcast. And appreciate you coming on tonight and from your busy day of filming, as we've seen from your Instagram stories. But so just introduce yourself to those who don't know you and just give a little background.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for having me.
Of
So,
course.
my name's Becca. I'm from New England, specifically Rhode Island. I do a lot of saltwater and freshwater fishing, mostly focused on bass fishing.
Right.
I do YouTube. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole 9 yards.
Nice. So how we're gonna kind of segue, split this segment up into a little bit of fishing in general, like tips, tactics, like your area, what's fishing like up that north, especially in this cold, and then we're gonna kind of split into the social media side of fishing and what you're all about. So we appreciate you coming on today. So we can get into our first segment. So let's just start off with New England fishing, North fishing in general. And, right now, obviously, we see you out on the ice slaying some fish. So just talk to us about a little bit right now, what's going on, and just kind of the area of fishing in general.
Right now, it's pretty tough. We had Rhode Island just a little, only an hour north of Rhode Island. We usually have safe ice, but in Rhode Island, we struggle to get safe ice every single year. So right now, it's been very maybe an inch of ice on the ponds and the lakes. So it's I can't open water fish it, I can't ice fish it. So I have to drive 2 to 3 hours every single day in order to go fishing. And we micro ice fishing jigs through the ice, man. That's the only thing that's really working right now.
Gotcha. So what are some of the species you're catching? Are you mainly ice fishing these ponds or big lakes? What tactics, stuff like that?
We mostly only ice fish bigger bodies of water just so we can spread out tip ups and flags pretty obnoxiously, because in New Hampshire you can have 5 lines per person. But yeah, no, I've been chasing after smallmouth. Was my recent trip. Lots and lots of crappie missions going on lately, but mostly just bass, crappie. That's about it.
Okay, so how long so when is y'all spawn? When do y'all get into the free spawn?
I can't hear you that well on your mic.
Yeah, Griff, it's kind of it sounds distant. It's weird. Yeah, it sounds like you're on the other side of the pond and your phone's on, the other side of the pond, and kind of sounds like that. I don't know why. It sounds
How about now?
There you go.
So much better.
Okay, there we go. I threw my other AirPod on across my bed. And so anyways, when is your spawn? When is the pre-spawn the spawn happen around where you are?
Like late May, early June.
Yeah, same.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
dude,
It's terrible.
that's terrible. I mean, like we're in pre-spawn
No,
right now.
where are you from?
I'm from
Oh,
South
you
Georgia,
suck, man. You
so
suck.
no, listen. I have to be down here in South Georgia and around the Florida area because that's where the big fish live.
True.
But going off on it, I mean, do you fish for like pike and stuff like that, for big pike and everything?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, as much like I'm eventually gonna move down south. There's no way I'm gonna be able to make
Same.
yeah. I just have to. But like the thing about not living up north is like we have pike, we have muskie, we have like native trout streams, like the prettiest salmon you've ever seen, like et cetera, et cetera. And you guys don't even have smallmouth down there. Like that's crazy.
True.
No, we have show bass, which is
Okay,
it only. I'm about to say show bass are the only bass that you can find in the Flint River, and we have you can only fish for show bass over there. And there's nowhere other place, and it's technically our smallmouth.
Yeah, I mean that's cool, but it's just not as cool, you know. You know.
What? It's not as cool. We have two species of bass down here that you can only find in the South Georgia.
Which is spot? No, not spot. They're cool.
Which it's like a rock. It's not a rock bass.
Yeah,
it's
we
like
have
the shadow
the rock bass up here.
Yeah, it's called the shadow bass and the shoal bass. That's the two of them that you can find down here in South Georgia in the Flint, and it's absolutely insane. About the shoal bass, people come down here from everywhere to go fish for the shoal bass.
Interesting. Well, so like Becca, so I'm from New Jersey, north person as well. Again, it's probably the worst fishing state in the world. But to be honest, have you ever fished in New Jersey?
Yes, a couple times.
Okay, gotcha. What have you targeted? Like just bass?
Snakehead and a little bit of bass. Yeah.
I actually, not gonna lie, like early 2020, I went to Florida and before COVID and stuff hit, and I went for some snakehead in Florida, and it did produce, and I got some, and it was great. And the guy who I was fishing with, he's like, yeah, there's this guy on Instagram, Boomerang Fishing, that's his name. I don't know, you probably haven't heard of him, but he catches snakehead in New Jersey. I was like, no way, I've never heard of that before. And that year 2020, I didn't, it was cold during that time, so I didn't really do it that much. But I went up to Newton Lake in New Jersey. Is that where you went, or no, different lake?
No, I honestly have no idea where we went. It was in a big body of water.
Yeah, is that the time you were with One Rod and who's
Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That was a cool video. And yeah, so I went up there and I was like, no way that there's snake. I didn't even know that there was snakehead in New Jersey, which is pretty cool, and it's one of my kind of favorite fish. And I still yet to catch one, and that's one of my goals for 2021. So I mean, I guess it's kind of cool about New Jersey, but the ponds and stuff I fish around me are just not good at all. Even if you travel 1-2 hours north, south, east, or west around me, I haven't found anything crazy. And I fish in the when it's warm all day, every day. And I haven't really found anything. So it's not crazy, but where I live, but I got to get into ice fishing, to be honest. I feel
for sure.
Yeah, I want to go up there, and because y'all are slaying, and
yeah, we don't mess around, man. I mean, we wake up at 2:30, 3 every single day.
Jeez, that's insane. But no, that's crazy. I've actually never really ice fished. I got this pond in my backyard, which actually has some giants in it. But and one year when I was I don't know, this was probably 3-4 years ago, I was just playing some hockey on the pond when it froze over, and there's this guy over there, and he was ice fishing. And I was like, no way you're getting something out of this pond. This pond's the most pressured pond, and he got some bass and stuff, and he let me catch some when I was younger. So I've never really got that full experience of ice fishing in the north, which I probably should. So I definitely got to come up there and experience that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I went to a pond today, and it was at least 3 inches, and I'm gonna go ice fish it tomorrow in Rhode Island.
Wow.
Right now. Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Dang. Okay. So, what are some other species you catch through the ice besides bass and Yeah, and bluegill, bass and bluegill.
And crappie. Oh,
Okay,
perch. Oh my God, lots of big perch this year.
really?
I target pike through the ice only a couple times throughout the year because I have to travel. Well, I don't have to, but where I go ice fishing for pike is about 5 hours away from me up in Maine. So I only do like 2 sends like per season on it.
Right.
Um, which I haven't even done one yet. I'm waiting for them to have like good ice.
Right. There, I do some pike sometimes. I got the Passaic River, which is like a giant river, and I mainly just chuck spinnerbaits and chatterbaits for some pike. But around me, it's not crazy. It's just small bass. You got some pike river here and there, but there's some carp fishing and stuff like that. But that's kind of like not traditional. But no, I definitely got to come up to your area sometime and ice fish with y'all.
Yeah, we might have safe ice for like a solid week. If you want to come, I would come soon.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. All right. Listen. I might be breaking up. So if I ever break up at any time, just
Okay,
let me know.
got it.
All right. And okay. So the thing is that everything that y'all are talking about is completely new to me. I have no clue. Like 3 inches. Like I'm not about to step on some 3 inches of ice. No. It's not about to happen. And so the thing is down here in South Georgia is that it's so hot.
Mhm.
And so that whenever it does get down to like 25, 28 or whatever, these bass they just stay still and they won't eat nothing you throw at them.
Hmm.
But once the week it starts getting 70 consistent, that's when they click on and go into the pre-spawn, and that's what's going on over here. But anyways, what is your like goal species being up north right now? Is it like a humongous muskie? Is it, let's be honest, let's be like a 9-pound bass?
Hmm.
Or what? I mean, what is like your goal bucket list species for up there right now while you're up there?
We have some insane shark fishing off of
Really?
our island that we
Oh
have,
wow.
like Block Island and Nantucket and whatnot, mostly in Nantucket, a little bit of Martha's Vineyard and whatnot. So that's gonna 100% do. I have a shark trip coming up that we plan for the summer as well as a tuna trip. So those are
Nice.
like top two species. And then I've been going to the river a ton and going after big pike and haven't hooked into one yet, but definitely a big pike.
That's sick. That's really sick. Yeah, I mean, I have some of those similar species in mind. I just want to do a lot of traveling
For sure.
yeah, 2021. Like it's so stale here right now, and I fished pretty much everything there is to be fished. Obviously, that's an exaggeration. Obviously, can never really do that. But yeah, I just want to do some traveling this year. Like,
I have some trips planned. I'm so excited.
can you give us any spoilers?
Uh, One of them I can't based off of my contract that I signed.
Oh wow.
Wow.
The other one, I can say I'm going to Texas and just I'm gonna crash at Weston's house because he gave me the okay to come whenever I wanted to. So I'm just waiting to go. Honestly,
Nice. That's sick.
whenever I have the urge, I'm just gonna book a flight.
That's sick.
I mean, is it hard to collab with people being up north?
Oh, for sure. But like once like the Guggen started coming to like the Cape and stuff, like a lot of people really want to fish with me now and they want to come here and whatnot.
Mm.
But for a while, like people just didn't care about coming here. But now they know that like the striper fishing's like insane and like we have killer smallmouth fishing, et cetera, et cetera. So
Mm.
I don't know, but it is pretty hard. Yeah, most people don't even really care. And everyone that I want to fish with is down south. So
Interesting. Yeah, no, I feel that. Yeah, I totally want to go down south. Like, I want to, this year, there's a few places I want to visit. I want to go to North Carolina. I want to go to Alabama. That's one of my main states. And then obviously Florida. Florida's like crazy. Like, you can't go wrong going to
it's
Florida.
not fair.
Yeah, it's really not fair. Like, you not only have gigantic bass, but you also have tons and tons of salt water. You have peacock bass, snakehead, which are obviously invasive but still fun as heck.
Yep.
And it's just unbeatable, Florida. Those are kind of like the targets I want to go. But if you were to move one place right now and you couldn't move like anywhere else to like for fishing, where would it be?
My three things that are going through my head right now is Florida, Texas, or South and North Carolina. I don't know.
Mm.
Probably South Carolina.
Okay.
I don't know, but like my heart's telling me just to say Florida because I know that I could make like 20 videos a day like it's nothing.
Yes, exactly. Like it's sometimes such a struggle up in the north making videos.
It takes me days to make a video.
I know it's really a struggle. I 100% feel that, and like I don't know, it's just so stale right here right now. I just gotta go somewhere else to go catch something new and see a new site or something like that. It's just
Yeah, you need to get on some ice.
for real. Yeah, I mean,
Listen, y'all just totally skip Georgia. Y'all just y'all talking about Florida and about how great the saltwater fishing is. But y'all, I mean, in South Carolina, North Carolina, y'all forgetting the redfish over there in Savannah and like all the bull sharks over there. And then down here in South Georgia, we got the stripers like crazy. We even got you fall over there in Alabama and Georgia. I mean, am I missing something? Does Georgia suck?
Georgia just doesn't interest me, dog.
really.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Oh
I'm
my
such
gosh.
a picky person. Like I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
So the Savannah, Georgia,
Yep.
right? That's where I grew up. And so like the fishing, like the saltwater fishing over there is insane when it comes to like redfish. But I mean, it's not anywhere as near as close as to like Louisiana or something like that. But just driving past that, like down the highway and everything, going across the bridge, we used to see like groups of bull sharks, like it was nothing. It was insane.
Dude, like Becca, Griff catches giant bass in South Georgia. Not gonna lie, like if you like check his stuff, he like some of the fish he catches are like, wow. And not only that, he catches them on like a consistent basis. He like goes. Like, I'm not gonna like Griff. Like, come on, like who are you kidding?
My quote is only hogs, man.
Like for real. Like every time he goes out, he calls me every day, and he's like, he goes, yeah. I mean, I only caught a 6-pounder today. It was kind of a bad day. I was like, come on, dude. I'm struggling to catch a 2 over here.
How close are you to Jacksonville, Florida?
Jacksonville, I would say 2.5. I would give it that, so 2.5. Because I'm in Southwest Georgia, which is closer to like Tallahassee.
Not trying to spoil my trip, but I'm gonna be driving to Jacksonville, Florida in April. And that's
wow.
Okay. So if you want to link up and possibly put me on that pathetic 6-pounder you're talking about,
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm in the talks with Norm, fishing with Norm right now, and for him to come up here and let us fish Lake Seminole. But for sure, I got some juicy ponds and I got some juicy places.
It actually gets me so aggravated because I'll be grinding to try to catch one fish for a video in New Jersey, and I'll be on my 10th pond that I found on Google Maps, and then Griff will call me and be like, dude, I'm like, hey, how's it going? He'll be like, dude, I'm just trying to film this YouTube video right now. I'm using I'm using a fire tiger rattle trap right now, and I'm bouncing on the bottom, and I only caught like a 7-pounder. It was a pretty bad day. I'm like, Griff, shut your mouth. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, listen. So, okay, listen. Here's the thing. Now, on those days, I would be fishing like, let's say, 8 hours, and that one fish would be like a 6-pounder.
I'll take that.
And listen. How am I supposed to make a YouTube video out of that?
A lot of people do.
Oh, I do all the time. I do all the time. Oh my gosh! Like, I'll catch one dink in a video and just fill the rest with like tips and things like that, which are cool, which are useful. And Becca, I'm sure you do that too. But
once in a blue moon, I will do it. But I have like a 5-fish rule per video.
Interesting. Okay, I like that.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Well, let's go off on my question that I ask everybody that comes on this podcast. What is your main goal for everything? Is it to get a 9-to-5 job, which I doubt that's what it is, or is it to be doing YouTube for the rest of your life, or like until you can retire? I mean, what is it? What is your goal?
Mine is just I want to continue with fishing for sure, with the whole YouTube and social media thing, but I also want to be able to open my own business fishing related at one point, so I can just, if one day when I'm just old and I don't want to do YouTube, I can at least have like an income from a business that like I successfully started and whatnot, or I can sell it and make profit, something like that.
Okay. Interesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that question kind of segues us into the social media side of fishing. Griff, great segue, by the way. But so so Becca, talk to the viewer or the oh my God, one thing about this podcast, I always say viewers and like watch and stuff. It's so weird, but every
Every
time.
time.
But what is give us like the rundown about your channels, what platforms you're on, things like that.
I'm on Instagram, TikTok, obviously YouTube, and then I do Twitter.
Uh,
Twitter's not that bad, honestly, but
really?
I just don't really keep up with it. But I've gained a lot of subs from Twitter, so I would recommend doing Twitter as well. Just having like every platform is a good idea. Even
How did you
Snapchat.
grow on Twitter?
Twitter, honestly, so with my Instagram, I like to have like a good ratio. Like I'm not gonna follow like 10K people or something. You know what I mean? Like the ratio is usually super
Hmm.
important. I also watched like a whole YouTube video on this that like having your Instagram have a good ratio is like makes people want to follow you even more.
Now, when you say ratio, what does that mean?
Like you're following to not to your follow count to who you're following.
Okay. Well, so
So
what's
like
what's the key?
you're supposed to keep it under 1K
Okay,
for following, which
gotcha.
I know sounds so ridiculous, but I watch YouTube videos on like stuff like this all the time, like what makes people want to follow you and stuff.
Right.
And that's one thing that I picked up on. But on Twitter, I just don't care. I follow everyone on Twitter. I think I follow like 3K people. And, because I don't know how to grow on Twitter, so I was like, I'm just gonna follow everyone, and maybe the ratio thing doesn't matter for Twitter.
Hmm. Oh, so they followed you or no, you followed them and they followed you back.
Oh yeah, not the greatest technique, but hey, it's working, so I don't care.
You know it. Like that's a fine. I used to do that with my Instagram and stuff. My brother, fun fact, he followed like 2,000 people, and then like he got literally everyone to follow him back. So it works. It definitely works. But so like, talk to me about. So all right, this is something we've talked about on the TSLP before, and it's kind of controversial. Now you're on TikTok, obviously,
Yes.
and so a little controversy that's kind of going around right now is how TikTok is not only impacting your, when I say your, I don't mean yours specifically, I mean a influencer's uh, brand and different platforms, specifically TikTok influencing YouTube. Now, what are your thoughts about that? Because Lojo, he has like a YouTube podcast, and he talked about how TikTok is bringing down people's YouTube channels. What are your thoughts on that? Have you noticed it? Anything along those lines?
I kind of I disagree. I think it's
Same,
most because Lojo doesn't use TikTok, and I think that's a bad business move.
right?
Uh, it's kind of like him not using Instagram. TikTok is almost. I think TikTok's going to be like way more used than Instagram,
Oh yeah,
and people are not even liking Instagram recently either. So like, at the end of the day, you just need to follow what's going on. Like if a new app comes out tomorrow and it blows up, I'm gonna be there. Like
same.
I'm gonna have that app ready to go because you never know what's gonna change. And yeah, social media platforms are very, very important. And I think it's weird that most people think TikTok sucks, but it helps, man. But also, Loja doesn't really need the help of TikTok. You know what I mean? Like he's
Right,
so successful,
right.
and yeah, I love him. He's a great guy, but I think he should do TikTok. I'm gonna text him right after this, and I'm telling him to do TikTok.
You oh, my
So
bad, Griff. Go ahead.
okay, all right. So what? How many subscribers do you have according to your TikTok following? How many followers do you have on TikTok, and how many people are subscribed to your YouTube?
YouTube, I'm at 19.4, and then on
Hmm.
TikTok, I'm at almost 85K.
Hmm,
Okay, and so on per video on YouTube, how many views are you getting?
Average to 1 to 3K.
nice.
1 to 3K. Okay, well, so here's the thing that Lojo was saying that people like Larry Melton Jr. and all that. Larry Melton's got
Six. Yeah.
220,000, yeah, 226,000 followers on TikTok, and he's got around 86K on subscribers on YouTube, and then in turn he's getting 10 to 15 views per video. And Lojo's saying, I mean, where's all the views? You know what I mean? Wow, I mean, why are people following him on? I mean, subscribe to him on YouTube, and why is so many people following him on TikTok and he's only getting this amount of views? He said it's hurting you in that aspect. And I'm like, no. Basically, what me and
Mm,
Zuggy talked about these last couple of podcasts is that if people want to watch your
mm,
videos, they're
right.
going to watch them. You know what I mean? Now, if people want to come over and subscribe to you because you said to on a giveaway, I mean, they probably could care less. And so that's what we're saying. As long as we can find a consistent fan base on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, even, and they want to watch your stuff, they're going to go over to your YouTube and watch it, no matter what platform you're from.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my thing is like I know so many Instagram like influencers that like just fishing wise that started YouTube channel and they'll have like 80K or something on Instagram but only have like maybe 500 subs on YouTube. But if
Interesting.
you take that 80K from TikTok and you only use your TikTok, like you're going to get so many subscribers from TikTok compared to Instagram.
100%.
Hmm.
No,
Like
like yeah, go ahead,
yeah,
go ahead.
you can tell like I've done it before. I've like seen the difference. Like it's insane. Like the like sure maybe your views aren't that good, but I could name so many YouTubers right now that don't get as nearly as many views as they should with the subscriber count that they have. So like I get where he's going, but like as long as you have a personality in your TikTok videos, like that's what people look for is like personality. So if you have that, like you're gonna get the views. It's just how you go about it. But TikTok has helped me gain at least 5K subs. Like that's pretty solid.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. Like TikTok, literally, I wouldn't even have half of the subscribers if I have right now if it wasn't for TikTok. You know,
Exactly.
like I respectfully disagree with Lojo and with 100% respect, um, that TikTok really, in my opinion, has helped so many people. And like for me per se, like if I didn't have the TikTok app, and I feel like TikTok is a really good platform in order to establish a fan base that's not specifically from YouTube and get extra supporters, that love you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like without TikTok, I wouldn't have half of the subscribers I would have, and I wouldn't have how do I say this? I wouldn't have like the tight knit family subscribers if it wasn't for TikTok. And I feel like a lot of people are like that. And in TikTok, rather than looking at it as a negative in the whole picture, look at it as like a way to just get more like subscriber family members. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
get more people in your squad. You know what I mean? And I feel like that if it wasn't for TikTok, a lot of people wouldn't have what they have. And I don't know why people are giving it so much negativity. And I feel like that those who aren't on it should be on it. It's a great platform. I love it. And I don't know. It just I feel like I'm sure you can attest to this. It's kind of essential to some people. Like
Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know. Griff, any other thoughts?
I can promise this. I can about promise this. About 80% of all of our listeners that listen
Oh,
to the Southern Lure
yeah,
podcast has come from
100%.
TikTok. I'm not saying comes from straight from TikTok. They might have seen us on advertising on our YouTube and
Uh-huh.
Instagram, but it all associated and was rooted from TikTok. And so that's why we're doing this,
Right.
we know that we can get a lot more listeners from TikTok. It's all about a click of a
Correct.
button. And I can't, dude, without TikTok, we wouldn't be where we are
No
right
doubt.
now. Me and
Yeah,
Zuggy, you know
yeah,
what I
no
mean?
doubt. TikTok, like complete game changer. Like, and not only that, what Lojo said about monetization of TikTok, that's not true. That's
Mm-hmm.
not true. And he said that. By the way, this is 100. I love Lojo, 100% respectful to him. I'm not whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but like he said in his podcast that there's no way to monetize your TikToks, and obviously that's not true. He made the podcast, Griff, I want to say 2 weeks ago. Am I right? Yeah,
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And the creator fund was a thing way before that. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it was a thing in I have no idea when it started, but way before his podcast came out. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
like you can start monetizing from TikTok, and make that a thing, and also get new squad members going over to your YouTube, and supporting you, which is awesome. So I think TikTok's key. Not only that, like if you TikTok's cool. Like I don't know. It's just it's just like funny to me how like some people aren't going on it, and you know, I don't know. Becca, any other
All
like
right.
I'm trying to put it into words, but what?
I don't know. I know exactly what you mean. I don't know. Maybe Lojo just knows something we don't. He
True,
does have
true.
way more subs than us, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Love you, homie, but
Oh yeah,
we
he's
don't.
awesome. I love Lojo. He's a great guy. Yeah, I mean, like I obviously see where he's coming from, and he did have examples of people in his podcast, but I feel like it's a great way to establish more supporters of yours and possible people who would watch your videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I love Lojo. I'm not trying to. Well, I hope we have him on the podcast one day, Becca. If you want to connect us with him, you know, totally.
I'll think about it. I'll think about
Okay,
it.
okay.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. So to kind of segue away from
Uh,
this, going back to Becca. So, what is your goals as far as the YouTube and TikTok, or where you want to be as far as followers and subscribers? What are your goals for 2021 at the end? Where do you want to be sitting at?
If I could hit 50K subs, which I think I'm gonna be able to do it, honestly. So I don't know if that's a low ball or a high ball.
mm,
Um, my friend thinks I'm gonna hit 100K before my birthday next year, November 3rd. So we'll see about that.
mm.
Um, but I don't know. I don't really have like number goals, honestly.
Right. So to speak about Lojo, he's got around what 400, 500K
I
subscribers.
don't even know.
Either 4 to 5
I'm gonna
something.
check right now.
Okay, so but anyways, I heard in one of his videos, he was talking and he said it like I don't know, it's like a little Easter egg of mine. He said it took him like 3 years. It only took me 3 years to get here, and I'm like, holy cow,
Yeah.
400K in 3 years? That's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
nuts.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah, he knows some tips and tricks, that's for sure.
he's at 418.
Yeah,
Yeah,
418. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's
yeah.
ridiculous. So as far as going by, like, you want to collab with the Guggen Squad, you want to collab with Weston. Do you have any other big collaborations that you want to have?
Definitely. Like I would love to fish with Norm, kicking their bass.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely Yak Pack.
He's cool.
I want to fish with everyone, honestly. Like
Yeah,
I
me
just
too.
want to get to know everyone in the community.
Yeah, no, me too. Like, talk to us about the collab with AP Basson and John B.
AP Basson's my husband. um, yep, I love him a lot. Like I love him. Um,
That's funny.
John and I have beef right now.
Really?
Not actual
Oh,
beef, but it's I'm gonna kill him type of thing. You know?
Gotcha.
He has my waders currently
Mm.
cabinet Maine, and he has not shipped them back to me. So
Ooh.
John, doubt you're listening to this, but if you are, yeah, just hit me up with my waders. Thank you.
no, what are you talking about? John listens to every
John
podcast.
tunes
What are
in
you talking
all the
about?
podcasts, Becca.
Oh, dude,
He's
yeah, my bad for sure.
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
sponsor. You didn't know that?
Oh shoot, my bad.
You're good. You're good. But yeah,
But
go ahead, Griff.
anyways, like speaking of the Guggen Squad, it was perfect to having Flair
Yeah,
up here
yeah,
on the third episode. That was
yeah,
awesome.
Becca. We had Flair up on the third ever episode of this podcast, and we still can't believe it till this day. And
He came on the podcast. It's so sick.
yeah, it was sick. And actually, his goats had babies like the day we were recording the podcast, and he was nice enough to take some of his time while he was going to the hospital and record. So big props to him. So
You could literally listen to him jumping over
yeah,
a
it
fence.
was great.
You could literally. It was stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy cow, he's on the podcast and he's having to worry about goats.
Yeah, but
Sounds Flair.
yeah, it was Flair. Becca, talk to me about your sponsorship with Guggen Baits right now. Talk to me about how you got that. Tips for sponsors of people who want to be sponsored by somebody, stuff like that.
Number one tip would definitely be pick a company you actually like. Like, there's a lot of companies out there that will have as many sponsors as they want and they don't care. And like that's cool. Like a lot of companies will reach out to you in the beginning and it's just don't do it. Go for a company you like. If you like Strike King, stick to them and promote them. and over time they'll definitely see you. Like, all these companies are really trying to push social media influencers. So if you find companies, stick with it, promote the heck out of them. And trust me, like, they're definitely watching you. Even if they haven't said anything to you, they know about you.
Interesting.
So definitely really important, which is what I did with Guggenbaits. I just promoted the heck out of them. And they ended up finding me. And I have a great relationship with them.
Right.
Which is so important, because if you don't like a company, you're not going to promote them and not feel like it's a chore. Like, I don't post something about Guggenbaits and think like, oh wow, like I have to go take a picture of this pack of lunker logs. This sucks. Like, I'm like, no way, I'm gonna make like the dopest pic of this lunker log. Yes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so jacked about it because I genuinely love their products.
Right.
So just go with a company you like. Really important, and promote the heck out of them. Free promotion sucks, but that's also what you have to do.
Gotcha.
Right. So you being associated with Guggenbaits, how much hate do you get on your platform just by using Guggenbaits?
A lot.
Yeah,
Definitely,
same.
like, not what you would think, which is weird because I feel like it's like, since I'm a girl, people already say the comments like, oh my god, you're a girl, you can't fish. And then I'm using Guggenbaits, so I always thought that would be like a double whammy. But no one has brought it up to me yet, which is funny. I don't know, like, I get hate comments, but it's not really that bad, and I don't really care about them because I know like Guggenbaits is just the best, man.
Right. Like, I've been doing the same thing. I've been promoting them a lot, probably for the last like year and a half now. And like, I was known as the Guggenbait Griff, am I right? Like the Guggenbait guy on TikTok for a while.
Yeah,
it was
I remember that.
it was ridiculous. I just made nonstop videos, and people knew me as that. And now I'm kind of doing the same thing on YouTube, and hopefully going to get the same kind of path that you're getting at, like that you got, to be honest. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need to go back to that. You need to go back to that, Tuggy. Start doing that again.
But the Googans aren't on TikTok.
Nobody cares about that.
What?
I mean, what? Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Fisher Yin and Matt Woodard are sponsored by Halo Rods. Tell me where you can find Halo Rods on TikTok.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, then. That's what I thought.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. I mean, all right. I got you. Okay. All right.
I mean, that's what got you big in the first place, other than that David Dobrik video. But that's what I would say. That's what got you big on TikTok.
Yeah. I was literally known as the Guggenbait guy. That's all my comments.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm doing it for a year and a half, and hopefully something happens. But
keep working,
right? That's the key. Griff, why don't you segue us into our next social media side of fishing topic?
Okay, so how many videos do you upload a week? Let's just say.
I post a new video every other day.
Wow.
Every other, holy cow! I mean,
I've been doing that for a while, months.
So let's put it this aside. I mean, with the money situation on, like, first starting doing YouTube, how hard is it to not have a job on the side and like just trying to stay consistent on YouTube?
It's hard
because
it's really hard.
Yeah, because I'm in a situation where I'm having to work and try to post, even push one video out a week. And so that's what I'm trying to find out, the whole flow, and having to work and post on YouTube. How much of it, like, how nice is it not having to like work and be doing YouTube?
Oh, it's so nice. In the beginning I was working like crazy, 40 plus hours a week and pushing out content. But then when like COVID hit, I got unemployment, and that's when I went hard. Like, COVID helped me.
Oh, same. Yeah.
Yeah, I was on unemployment, so I was getting income. I could pay for my car insurance, be able to help my parents, whatever. And that's when I started going like hard, posting videos every other day. So like, yeah, like when COVID hit is when I started posting every other day.
Same.
And I just did not stop. And then I finally got to the point where, you know, like all my sponsors are paying me a certain amount of money, and YouTube's paying me a certain amount of money that I'm getting by, and it's amazing. And I'm still on unemployment, so shout out to COVID.
So you're telling me it's possible?
Oh,
that's what
so
you're telling
possible. Me. I mean, it takes a while to break even. I mean, I'd use all my college fund money to buy a boat and whatnot. I literally said screw college. Like, I spent all my money on a boat to start off my YouTube channel, and I got the rest of my money I got camera gear and whatnot. So I'm just full steam ahead. Like I don't even care.
Interesting.
That's awesome. That's
So,
awesome.
so
That's
like,
wonderful.
let's say, so like, if you were to say something to someone, would you like involving YouTube? They want that, right? Would you say like go do it? And what does it take if you have that mentality of go do it?
No sleep. I mean, I drive like 1,000+ miles weekly in order to ice fish and do this and that. Like, I mean, I wasn't able to hang out with my friends as
Yep.
much. I missed out on like a lot of stuff this summer.
Right.
Didn't go to parties, whatever, but like it's all going to be so worth it when you can free willingly wake up in the morning and go to like air quote work, like you're not really working.
Right.
It's just you have to realize the money that's in it and know what the outcome's going to be if you really push it, and just got to motivate yourself. It's just hard. You really have to have a strong mindset and your head up.
Gotcha. So with that being said, with those who are in your life, did they support you in this journey?
Oh, 100%. I
Okay.
didn't have. Well, my parents at first were really confused. They're like, "What are you? No, you're not making a living off of YouTube. Like,
Right.
you're gonna go to college." I was like, "I'm not gonna go to college."
Right.
And people are making this amount of money, whatever.
Mm.
And then once I started getting paid from like Googans, mystery tag logs, and whatever, then they're like, "Oh, okay, this is kind of cool." And I was like, "Yeah."
Nice.
So it took some time, but everyone was on. Like all my friends, like fully support it. They love it.
Interesting. Yeah, that's sick. I mean, I wish, everyone was like that, but that's pretty cool that you could have that. And
Yeah.
that's pretty sick. So, that's pretty cool. And it's cool to have, those who support you 100%. And, it's very unlikely for most people, to be honest. But, you were fortunate enough to have that, which is,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Okay. Gotcha. So, Griff, take us into our final segment of the episode because we're just about to wrap it up.
Okay. Well, first off, I just wanted to thank every single person that's listening to tonight's podcast. Guys, if you want to listen to more podcasts like this, go ahead and click that subscribe button to the podcast. And guys, thank you all again. And we're going to have a bunch of more awesome YouTubers / content creators for you coming up. And thank you so much, Becca, for joining.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. I'll come back on whenever you want. Let me know.
Sweet. Sounds good. Yeah, we're
For
gonna
sure.
have a audio visual version soon. So definitely when that comes back on, or something big in the fishing industry with you happens. You know what I mean? We'd love to have you back on. But y'all go check out Becca. Her YouTube and Instagram and TikTok is linked in the description of the Spotify podcast. So go check it out, and don't forget to go subscribe to the Southern Lore podcast on Spotify. Pretty sick stuff, Becca. We appreciate you coming on tonight's episode. So, y'all, I appreciate you guys listening to today's episode of the TSLP. Hope y'all enjoy this episode and stay tuned for next week's episode. That is the Southern Lore podcast. Signing out. Becca, thank you.
You're welcome.
See y'all. TSLP, signing out.